So, hello again. It's me and Steven back here to discuss a few pointers on facilitation, Bærekraftig facilitation on a Friday. And Steve, you're with us from campus this time.
I am indeed. It feels very weird being here in the kind of mostly empty building as I'm here to get some computer work done.
Cool. So last time, the last video, we got a few responses, and one of them popped up the really big question: what is facilitation anyway? So what's your thoughts on that, Steve?
I think when you look at the definition of facilitation, there's lots of them, and facilitators work in lots of different industries. The thing that seems to be in common is it's about a group process, and it's about a person who helps a group go through a process. And I like to think in a way that that group achieves better outcomes than they would without the facilitator. There are kind of organizations out there that look after facilitation. The International Association of Facilitators is one of them that has a kind of a code of ethics for facilitators and some core competencies. But as I say, there's lots of models about what facilitation means to help people get into that.
So, but this is more than just a interest for us. So a couple of years back, we actually got together and tried to figure out what is this facilitation, what's the magic behind it. And we developed a model that we broke down into 5 items, actually. And we're going to talk more about that. But one of those that sits in there is the concept of social context, meaning something to facilitation.
I think it's hard to separate anything from social context. You know, last week we talked about what good manners are in facilitation, and that kind of frames the talk that we have. I know that it's one of the questions that's different in our model, and it's one of the things that people often pick up on and want to talk more about. I think it sits to a bit of that magic when that meeting works really well or when that meeting doesn't. Sits in what people around the room bring to it, but also in terms of as a facilitator. If I want to be a high-performing facilitator, the context around me enables that. I'd be interested in actually asking that question this week on Facilitation Friday. What do other people think about social context in facilitation? Has the social context ever made your facilitation go awry, or alternatively made it go really well? And if it does, what is the job of what you're doing as a facilitator anyway?
Cool. So there you go. That's the question for next week. And we'll see you again in a bit. Bye.